Okay guys, in this tutorial we're going to learn how one method can provide results to another method. So we are talking about returns from methods. Let me repeat, returns from methods. Let me create one simple calculator and then we will pass the results of that method to another method. Well, yeah, let's go practically to stuff. Public static. Now this time we cannot say void. We must use what will be return data type, and that will be integer for simplicity reasons. What will be name for that method? Well, simple calc. So the first thing first, you cannot use, when you have return from method, you cannot use void. You will use very precise data type as a result. What about parameters? Well, we are going to grab two integers, integer x and integer epsilon, and we need to have some kind of result here. Integer is a data type. Result, how we are going to get it? Well, let's say x plus epsilon for simplicity reasons. Now, you will not say here system out print line this result, because we need to say return. Return result. Okay? The moment when you do that, all these errors on the left side will be removed. Now, whatever this method calculates when you provide input, that thing will be available to the rest of the code to main method because of this return keyword. And you have this approach in all programming languages, well, at least in ones that I'm working with. So once when you learn this in Java, you're gonna know that in all other languages, nothing special. How we are going to use this result that is like indirectly hidden? Well, we are going to use it in some bigger sense, let's say. So in this case, system.out.print line, but now we are not hard coding anything here. We are using this through that. We need to call this method, which is simple calc, and then in here, in dedicated parentheses, we will provide those integers, which will be real stuff like 5 and 5. And obviously result will be 10. And it will be printed on a screen, because now here we have direct usage of this, what is returned from this method. So it's like multi-level approach. There you go. And of course, you can use it with many other parameters like 1 and 2 and I don't know, 3 and 5. Obviously, results will be different. Now, some people will say, okay, this is kind of simple and stupid. What's going to happen if I don't have this direct usage? What if I just call this method? Well, you can call it, but you will not see results. There are results, but you are not using it. They are somewhere in machine, in memory, CPU, I don't know, in wires. So, yes, you do have results, but you are not using it. So, this is very simple scenario when you are using those results. And in practically, you're gonna get into all kind of usage cases. So here's the thing. If this is relatively easy to understand, can this method through returns provide input to another method that is not main? So yes, here we are going to use another method, public static. This time it will directly print this what is returned. So we must say void. Okay, and we need to have name for it. So the task of method we are creating here will be just to double this result. We will basically multiply that with 2. So x plus epsilon times 2. Okay, so let's call it double it. Question: what about parameters? Well, we will use these things also down there as input. We must do that. And approach here will be a little simpler, I think. It depends how you think. So again, what will be internal data type? So yes, we do have direct printing down there, but inside we must have return type. Because these things are integers, right? So we will say integer, let's call it d result. Just a second. And we're going to get it now. You will not say x plus y times 2. You will call this method because it's public method. So we are going to call it, okay, with perimeters because we must use perimeters. What kind of perimeters we are putting here? Well, these guys, okay? So we will just copy paste these things down there. You don't need to state int x and int y, just x and y is enough, okay, because that will be automatically replicated down there. There is no need to repeat yourself. And now when you have call of that method, basically that means you are grabbing these results, and now because task of this method is to double these things, we are going to say times 2, and for usability reasons, we're just going to put it into dedicated parentheses. Right, it's a kind of better, I think. Okay, so no errors up till now. This is just a warning that we are not using the result, so let's use it. Now, you can return this result to the rest of the system, just like here. But the moral of the story is, let's use it now directly. So, system.out.println. Did I type that correctly? Println. And now we are going to print that the result. The result in semicolon because this is real instruction. Okay, down there, how we are going to get results? Well, what is the name of method? It is double it. Now we need to pass 2 arguments to it because this is what structure of our method is, actually this one, so we must replicate that approach down there. So 2 numbers, 2 and 3 for simplicity reasons, and that's it. Why this is enough? Because we will directly print stuff on a screen through this instruction, which is in double it. Okay, so there is no need again to say system out, because it's stupid. We already have that right here solved because of this void, okay? So this is direct operation down there. And this method will give us, what will be results? Well, 2 because of this plus 3 will be 5 and times 2 will be 10. So results will be 10. There you go. The moment when you change this 5 and 5, 5 plus 5 because of this will be 10, and because of this times 2 will be 10 times 2 is 20. So it will be 20. There you go. So yeah, hopefully this is understandable. If it's not understandable, I completely get that. So you can just practice with this simple scenario, and then you can use it directly down there through system out, but down there. Can you mix these things? Well, yes, you can grab these things by without system out, and you can call this return through direct stuff. You can say system.out. Actually, I have it right here. Why I'm typing? I don't know. So let me reactivate this. Both of these cases will work in its own way. So here we have direct call of simple calc that will return a result, and that result will be printed because of this part of instruction. But down there, we will directly print on a screen because that print is already solved here. So yeah, it's maybe confusing, but you're gonna get there over time. Especially because you're gonna have this stuff in all programming languages. So let me confirm results. Printing, direct printing of 5 and 5, actually 5 plus 5, so it's 10, so this is correct. And down there, double it, we'll grab 5 and 5, 5 plus 5, 10 times 2, 20. So this will totally work. One more time, if you are confused, then just delete this, and play around with this approach. Okay, just directly call that thing that will produce returned result to the rest of the system. So just think about this as this is like a battlefield, and this is mortar position, and you're shooting these results with mortar all over the place, to main method or to other methods that need those results. I don't know how you think. If you play Battlefield, probably you will understand. You don't have mortar in Counter-Strike, I think. I don't know. I don't play games these days so much. Let me test that one more time. Okay. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna take 1 day or 2 days off in this playlist to rest myself a little bit, and then we will start rolling with object-oriented tutorials, of course, about Java. So this playlist will probably have around, I don't know, 40-50 tutorials. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, thank you for watching, and see ya probably, I don't know, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, something like that. Ciao.